I believe that everybody has a story, and I'm fascinated to hear them. So come with me as we take a walk down Fascination Street.
Welcome back, Streetwalkers. This episode is with Sammi Haney. Sammi is the youngest guest ever on Fascination Street podcast. I got her 13 days before she turns 10. So, Sammi Haney is a 9-year-old actress, best known for the Netflix show Raising Dion, starring Jason Ritter, Alicia Wainwright, Josiah Young, and of course, Sammi Haney. I recommend everybody go check that out. It is one of my favorite shows. No kidding. And in this episode, we get to know Sammi Haney a little bit. We talk about where she was born and raised, what is unique about her particular situation, I guess, so to speak. Sammi has osteogenesis imperfecta, which is commonly known as brittle bone disease. She was born with it. She explains a little bit about that to us and about some of the ways that it affects her daily life. And then we move on to Raising Dion, and she tells us some fun stories along the way. So sit back and enjoy, folks. This was recorded during all the self-distancing due to the coronavirus outbreak. So if that is over by now, woohoo. If not, damn it. But either way, this is my conversation with the youngest guest ever on Fascination Street podcast, 9-year-old actress Sammi Haney.
Yeah, talk to me, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Sammi. How are you?
I'm good.
So what are you doing today?
Well, I got done with school early. I still have history to do, but still. Ate breakfast. Mom went to a store with a mask on and everything to get food.
You're in school already? It already started back?
Yep.
Are you happy about that or sad about that? Do you like school?
I don't mind it as long as I get done early.
Do you do it from home?
Yep. I always done it.
Oh, you always have?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that is awesome.
Oh, sorry about bird noise. That's Miki. Miki makes weird bird noises. She's a cat, actually, but it kind of sounds like a bird.
She makes weird bird noises?
Yes.
That is very cool.
Miki. Whenever she jumps to places or excited, she makes weird little bird noises.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Miki's sitting on our couch right now.
Well, are you ready to get started?
I guess.
Okay. Welcome to Fascination Street Podcast, Sammi Haney. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. Now, for those listening who don't know, Sammi lives here in San Antonio as well as I do. But, due to COVID and everything, we're going to play it safe and just do this over the phone. Sammi, I really appreciate you taking the time to let me talk to you today. I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time.
Thank you for letting me be on your podcast.
You are the sweetest. So, Sammi, what I like to do is I like to start by asking my guests where they were born and raised. Where are you from, Sammi?
San Antonio, Texas.
Me too. I was also born here.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
I was born in which hospital, Mom?
Well, at the time it was called Santa Rosa, but they changed the name to Children's Hospital of San Antonio.
Oh, at the time it was called Santa Rosa, but right now it's called Children's Hospital of San Antonio.
Oh, fantastic. How do you like living in San Antonio? I know it gets hot sometimes, but how do you like it?
I don't mind it. We have this hose in the backyard, and you can put it to mist setting, and when it gets really hot out there, Mom hooks it up to the swing set, and we just swing in the mist.
Oh, that's really cool. So that you're swinging in and out of the mist?
Yep, I get soaked.
I bet I would too. That sounds like fun. Now, Sammi, I normally don't talk about the age of my guests, but you are the youngest guest I've ever had. You're 9 years old.
Yep. Well, almost 10 in 13 days.
Oh, I bet you're counting.
I am.
The last guest that I had on, he was 90, and you're 9. That's a big difference.
Yep.
Have you seen the movie Up?
Yep, I have.
Well, the guy that I was talking about who's 90 was the old man in that movie.
Yeah, was?
Yeah, his name is Ed Asner.
That's cool.
That is cool. Sammi, here in San Antonio, there is a place that is beloved and wonderful for a multitude of reasons, and it was started by a guy named Gordon Hartman, and it's called Morgan's Wonderland.
What I think happens at Morgan's Wonderland is sometimes people really come out of their shell and they really enjoy the opportunity that before they never thought was there. That's what Morgan's Wonderland does. It really makes people blossom. It makes people soar. It makes people really become creative and have fun. It's a wonderful place. It's a place like no other place in the world. I hope everyone will come and see Morgan's Wonderland and experience what it has to offer, because together we are making a difference.
Tell me about Morgan's Wonderland. I know that you love that place.
Morgan's Wonderland is a playground where all different kinds of people can play. They have like this water table. I'm not sure what it's really called, but I know it has water and it looks like a table. And it's really low to the ground so people in wheelchairs can use it too. And what are those spinny things called that spin and there's like
A Ferris wheel?
cubicles? Yeah, a Ferris wheel. And they made it where a wheelchair can go on, and it's super slow so nobody falls out.
That sounds like so much fun.
It is.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes, I do. My favorite is the swings. They have swings that are accessible for people with wheelchairs, too. It's like this big metal thing, and there's like a door, and the door creates a ramp when you pull it down. And then you go in there, and then you shut the door and connect your wheelchair to the bottom of the floor so that you don't fall out. And it swings really slowly so that you can't fall out.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
It doesn't sound like as much fun as swinging in your backyard with the mist.
It's really fun, actually.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have to check it out sometime.
That's good.
That is good. Now, Sammi, for those listening, you have mentioned it a couple of times, but you're in a wheelchair, is that right?
Yes.
Now, can you tell me why?
Well, I was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, or OI, and my doctors diagnosed me before I was born. And so my mom and dad searched up a lot of things. And then, did you guys find that group before I was born? Or was that after?
It was a little bit after.
Oh. After I was born, I couldn't come home right away. I had to be in that pod thing.
NICU?
Yeah, NICU. I had to be in that NICU for a while. And then my mom and my dad found this group for people who have kids with osteogenesis imperfecta, and they told them some tricks to how to do stuff with me, like how to modify clothes so I could wear it without breaking my bones.
Because for those listening, osteogenesis imperfecta is brittle bone disease. So does that mean exactly how it sounds, that your bones are super brittle?
Yes. For example, when I was littler, just by sleeping and rolling around, I used to break my bones. And if I sneeze or hiccup, this still happens, then I usually break either my rib or part of my back. So I try not to do that. Oh, yeah. And one time I was scooting off my mat and I accidentally broke my bottom, the very bottom part of my back. What bone?
Your tailbone?
Tailbone. Wait, we have tails.
That is sweet.
They just call it a tailbone, so it's at the bottom where a tail would be.
Oh.
If you grew one.
Okay.
Now, Sammi,
Yeah?
you don't have to say if you don't want to, but does it hurt when that happens? Like if you sneeze and break a rib, does that hurt?
It does. But a while after Mom wraps me up or gives me the pain medicine, I start to feel better, and all I have to do is not move for 1 or 2 weeks. Is that right, Mom?
Depends on what breaks.
Yeah, it depends on what breaks. It usually does hurt a little bit after I wrap it if I move the wrong direction or something. So, yeah, it hurts a lot.
I'm sorry about that. Does it happen very often?
Well, yes.
Well, you seem to be in a good mood. If something like that happens all the time, I don't know if I'd be in a good mood.
Well, usually after it stops hurting, I'm like, okay, that happened.
Nice.
Hey, Streetwalkers, here's a word from our sponsors.
Magic 8 Ball. Should people visit disabilityshirts.com?
Yes, I am sure.
This is Sammi Haney. I play Esperanza on Netflix's Raising Dion, and you're listening to the Fascination Street podcast. If you are looking for some shirts with inclusive messages, check out my store, disabilityshirts.com.
Let's get back into it.
Okay, well, let's move on a little bit from that because you have done some remarkable things in your short little almost 10 years, and I want to talk about some of those things, okay?
Okay.
Tell me about, I don't know what this is, but it's the New York Times Inspiration Island feature. What's that?
Well, it's like a water park thing, and you have to get a separate ticket for that. And you go in there, and there's warm water, and then as you go up, there's ramps and stuff, and there's like different water spots. Like, what do you call those areas with water?
Fountains?
No, I'm just gonna call them spots. Anyway, water spots, and a lot of them are warm. There's just one where it's like treehouse thingy, and there's a bucket at the top. And if you're below and if you're close to it and you're above, then you'll get poured on with water and you'll get super wet.
It's the water theme park of Morgan's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool. I didn't know that. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for the assist.
Mm-hmm.
Sammi, I understand that it was through Morgan's Wonderland that you became an actress. Those listening, Sammi Haney is in the Netflix television show Raising Dion, which is phenomenal, by the way. Everybody should definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Besides Sammi, there's also Josiah Young, Alicia Wainwright, and previous guest of this show, Jason Ritter.
Your dad was traveling so much that year that he made me this video.
How's Dion doing? I miss my little man. I'm telling you, Nicole, that kid is something special.
You're such a special kid. You're charming, smart, very handsome.
Mom.
Pat said you were asking about your dad.
My mom won't tell me what happened. Just says it was a storm. Mister! I've got your doll!
Something is happening with Dion. We should figure out how to get it under control.
How long do you think you can keep this up? The government is tracking people who got superpowers.
I know a few things about Dion. The storms are drawn to your son.
Where is my son? Ma'am, where is my son? It's you and me. You and me.
So tell me about how you became an actress.
I became an actress because Mom was scrolling on her iPad on Facebook, and she saw this casting call, and it was for a little girl about 1 year younger than me, right?
I think so.
Yeah, 1 year younger than me, but since I was small, it kind of didn't really matter that much. And it was for a person in a wheelchair. So the casting call was for a person in a wheelchair who was about my age, and she was sassy, and she loved art, which I do, and she basically loved school. And then she asked me if I wanted to be in a TV show, and I said, okay, I'll try that out, because for a long time I've been watching movies and TV shows, and I've always wondered what it would be like to be in one of them. And I was like, yay, in my mind when Mom said that. I was really happy.
Do you want to tell them about the connection to Morgan's Wonderland?
Oh, yeah. Before Mom found it, I think, Morgan's Wonderland contacted us, and we didn't know that
Nikki had submitted you.
That Nikki had submitted me for a role, and they contacted my mother and said there was something looking for us, and they contacted Morgan's Wonderland. And did we contact Morgan's Wonderland again? Yeah, we did. And then we figured out they were actually telling us about the role.
Yeah, we weren't really clear on that for a long, long time. We were kind of confused because we got a message saying that somebody wanted Sammi for a part, and we thought because they had seen the Morgan's Wonderland ad that she was in that it was just for a commercial, but we never got any callbacks or anything, so we figured, oh, well, whatever, we don't know what that was. And we didn't realize that Nikki Young over at Morgan's Wonderland, Netflix had reached out to her because she had worked in casting before. She had a relationship with Netflix, so they reached out to Nikki Young and said, do you know any kids that you see at Morgan's Wonderland that you would think would be good for this part? And she named 2 or 3 kids, and one of them was Sammi. But we didn't find that out until we actually went up to Morgan's Wonderland and ran into her and talked to her that was the full story.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you for that, Dad. Real quick, Mom and Dad, since you guys are obviously on here and helping out greatly, thank you, filling in gaps and things. Can you tell everybody what your names are?
Yeah, I'm Matt Haney, and this is
Priscilla Haney.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt and Priscilla. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Sammi, I heard that Josiah Young is your best friend. Is that true?
Definitely.
Definitely.
When there were, like, long breaks in acting scenes filming, we played, like, tiny paper games. What are those games?
Dot to Dot.
Yeah, Dot to Dot and Tic-Tac-Toe. And sometimes we danced and made jokes, and it was really fun, and he's very funny and nice.
And also tickle fights, right?
Definitely. I'm very ticklish in some spots.
Well, that is awesome. Little Josiah seems like a really nice kid on that show. By the way, your role of Esperanza, you do a great, great job. Just so you know, I reached out to try and talk to you on my show before I even tried to talk to Jason Ritter, because I think that he did a great job, but you were more impressive than he was in that show. Don't tell him I said that.
Pretty sure he might hear this.
No. Sorry, Jason, it's the truth. So, do you talk to Josiah a lot?
Sometimes we do video chat, and it's really fun that I get to see him. Well, before Corona, we did a video chat, and then I think we're planning to.
Yeah, they're planning to do a live chat where they let fans do a talent show or something. We haven't worked out the details yet, but.
Oh, very cool.
I'm very ticklish in my neck.
Good to know. Now, Jason said that you and Josiah made like your own trailer for Raising Dion. Is that true?
He may be talking about, it wasn't really like when it came out. It was like way after. The 3 kids, Gavin also was in on it, and we just kind of all wrote a script together and then filmed it separately and then combined it all together just to do something to kind of promote the show. Just because, we had downtime and they wanted to do a project together.
Well, that is super cool. Jason really loved it. Whatever it was, Jason loved it. He thought it was really awesome. He couldn't talk enough about how amazing the kids are on that show, specifically you and Josiah, Sammi.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just Josiah. It's not Josiah.
Oh, it's just Josiah. Oh, well, thank you for that.
I used to call him Josiah before I got corrected, and now I call him Josiah.
Yeah, when we first saw the name, we thought it was Josiah before we met him. And then after we met him, we had to correct her and say, oh, it's just Josiah. It's not Josiah. So she did the same thing.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for that correction, and I won't make that mistake again. Thank you, Sammi.
Thank you for letting me be on your show, and you're welcome.
Hey, Streetwalkers, here's a word from our sponsors.
You know those popping phone handle things that you see on everyone's phones nowadays? Well, how would you like to put your logo on them? Does your podcast or band need new merch? Do you want to bring attention to your new book or film? Maybe you need something unique for your Patreon or crowdfunding campaign. Then visit thelogopop.com, where you can customize them with the logo of your podcast, band, business, art, school mascot, or whatever else you can think of. These are way more affordable than you may think at thelogopop.com. Mention where you heard this ad and get free shipping on your entire order. Remember, that's thelogopop.com to order your custom popping phone handles. That's thelogopop.com.
Let's get back into it.
Now, are you excited about season 2? Are you ready to go back and do it again?
Definitely, but I hope it is after coronavirus.
I'm pretty sure it will be, so you're in luck there, but I know that the fans are super excited. Do you know anything about it? Don't tell me. I just want to know if you know anything about the new season.
Small amount.
Oh, cool.
I cannot say.
Yes, of course. Good answer. Now I want to talk about one of your other friends. I had a guest on my show about, a year and a half ago, I think, which is also one of your friends, and her name is Emma Faye Rudkin. I know that you and her recently did some work together. Are you allowed to talk about that?
We were told we could just say that it's a special project with PBS, but we couldn't go into any more detail than that. That's what we were directed.
Okay, gotcha. And is there any word about how that is progressing or anything like that?
The air date is still to be determined, but they're looking, I think, later this year sometime, but I don't know any specifics.
Gotcha. This won't get Sammi or her family in trouble because they're not saying this, I am. It is supposed to be a very inclusive children's show on PBS, and that's about all that there is to say about it. So look forward to that. I know I am. That's going to be really cool. But now let's move on to DisabilityShirts.com. Sammi, can you tell me what that is?
DisabilityShirts.com was started when my dad was looking for some T-shirts that promoted people with disabilities, but he couldn't find any. Well, he couldn't find a lot, and a lot of them were the butt of the joke. And then me and my dad decided to make a T-shirt company called Sammy's DisabilityShirts.com, and that's how we got started.
Well, that's really cool. What is your favorite shirt on that website? What's your favorite one?
The Loch Ness Monster. It's called Normal is a Myth.
I like that. That's good. And so I'm assuming that everybody can go to Sammy's DisabilityShirts.com?
Yeah, everyone can go.
Yeah, you just type in DisabilityShirts.com.
Yeah.
That is really awesome. Sammi, I know that you're on social media. Can you tell people where they can follow you on social media? Because you do post some fun things.
They can follow me on Instagram, Sammi.Haney. And you can follow my cat on Sammi Haney's Wiki the Cat.
I think if you, Sammi.Haneys.wiki.cat.
And that's on Instagram also?
Yeah.
Nice. So what about Twitter? Are you on Twitter, Sammi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sammi Haney was taken, so we ended up doing @Sammi Haney Sassy.
Well, that makes sense. So everybody go ahead and scroll down to the show notes, and Sammy's social media tags will be on there. I recommend you follow her. She posts some really cute things. Sammi, tell me about the videos that you make. I've seen you make a few videos. You make food sometimes even.
Do you want to hear about the food videos we do?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we invented this
kind of
invented this new kind of taco fruit thing, and it's called, well, for short, wait, let me sound it out again. Peanut butter jelly banana taco. So, PBBJT.
Something, right?
Yeah, something with those words in it.
Tell me about that dish. How do you make it?
Okay. First, you get a tortilla, and then if you want, you can microwave the peanut butter or something, and you put it on your taco, and then you spread your jelly and your peanut butter, and then you put a banana in the middle, and you roll it up, and then put it on a plate and eat it.
Is that a flour tortilla?
You can use either kind, but yes.
Well, that sounds darling. What made you decide to start making videos like that?
Well, my mom actually really invented it because one day she gave me that for breakfast, and for a long time I've been having that for lunch and breakfast. And then I was starting to try to think of a name for it, and then Dad helped me, and we decided TBBJT.
She does watch a lot of cooking shows. So
I do. I love cooking shows. They're my favorite.
Who's your favorite cooking show person?
Was it Nailed It?
I like every single cooking show that I watch.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Name the ones that you've watched.
A lot, too many.
Yeah, but I'll name the one I am currently watching. It's called Chopped Junior. And on season, well, actually, I'm watching this on Hulu, and they only have season 5, 6, and 7. And I actually started on season 6. And the beginning of season 6 is where there's this competition, and one of them gets picked out to sit in the judge's chair, and they have to judge the judge, and they have to make the food. And there's 3 episodes of that. And in each episode, one person is picked. And 3 people are eliminated. Wait, no. 2 people are eliminated before the final round.
Gotcha. Well, I love watching cooking shows, too. So we also have that in common, besides being born in San Antonio.
That's interesting.
Yes, that is interesting. Sammi, before I let you go, is there anything that we didn't talk about or I didn't ask you about that you wanted to talk about today?
I think we basically talked about everything.
Mom, Dad, anything?
I don't think anything. I will say that I think season 2 is going to be big. If I'd use one word, I would just say big. So I'm excited for that.
Very cool.
I don't know anything else. Yeah, I think that's
basically everything.
Yeah, basically everything. She wants to do voice acting, so if there's anybody out there looking for voice work, she'll audition for you.
I am not very good at voicing for boys, so yeah.
Well, if it's a little boy, you could do it. Little boys sound like little girls anyway.
I've already tried that.
Well, I'll reach out to the president of Hollywood and see if we can't get you some voiceover work. Sammi, Matt, and Priscilla, thank you so much for taking the time out of your obviously busy days to hang out and let us get to know mostly Sammi a little bit better. I really, really appreciate your time.
Yeah, and when it gets closer to season 2 and we have some more information to share, maybe we can do it again.
As long as they accept
Yeah,
it.
sometimes I have to keep secret.
Yeah, we'll say whatever they let us say, yeah.
I would be honored. I would love to help promote that show. It's a great show. I didn't even know about it because I guess the algorithm didn't say that I would like it on Netflix or something. I don't know. But I was reading a few of Jason Ritter's Twitter posts, and he was mentioning it, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. I like that guy. And it was a really great show. Everybody, seriously, go check that out. Especially in this quarantine time, you've got nothing but time. Go watch Raising Dion. I would love to spoil it for you, but I won't. But let me just say, it is one of the most spectacular spoilers I've ever seen on a TV show. Like a twist you are not expecting.
Yeah, we had to, we're not going to say it. We had to hide from Sammi what that was because we didn't want it affecting.
I actually figured out because.
Okay, well, okay.
I'm not going to say what. I actually figured out because Mom was talking about it, so that did not work. Yeah. Even if you tell me, hey, Sammy, don't listen to this, my ears will just listen, even if I cover my ears.
Sammy, I just want to say that you are a remarkable young lady. You're very upbeat. You're very happy. And you are very accomplished. You do a lot of cool things. So you're doing a great job. And Priscilla and Matt, you have done a phenomenal job of raising this young lady.
Oh, thank you.
You are most welcome. I'm a father. I know it's hard, but you guys have turned out such a sweet and amazing little girl. Well done. And don't stop. She's only 10. What are you doing? Sammi Haney, Matt, and Priscilla Haney, thank you all so much for taking this time again. And I will talk to y'all next time. I'll keep in touch, and we'll see what we can do for Season 2 of Raising Dion on Netflix.
Hope to see you again. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. And everybody listening, make sure you go to disabilityshirts.com and pick up something cool. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Streetwalkers, here's what I'm going to do. The first 2 people who email me at fascinationstreetpodcast@gmail.com with a screenshot of their favorite t-shirt at disabilitytshirts.com will get that shirt sent to them for free. Compliments of Sammi Haney and Fascination Street Podcast. Remember, only the first 2, so don't miss out. As always, thanks for listening, Streetwalkers. And don't forget, follow the show on Twitter at FascinationSTPD, on Instagram at Fascination Street Pod. Follow the podcast page on Facebook at Fascination Street Podcast. And of course, you can always email me at fascinationstreetpod@gmail.com. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and rate us on iTunes.
Opening music is the song Magnolia from the 2014 album Intransigence, used with permission from Douglas Miles Clark. Closing music is Apollo from the 2001 album Into the Known by the band Sapphire. Thanks for hanging out with us and getting to know a little bit about our guest. We'll see you next time on Fascination Street.